world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90 and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss any upload that comes up on the channel. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel, because we put out a lot of content, is head to the playlist and you'll find all various things that we're doing here curated for you based on your interests. So we've got the Kutka podcast, we've got the Tishimi production. These are movies, actually, short movies that you can find on that playlist, and news and trade. Well, by now I'm pretty sure you know that Sampa was in court yesterday, and the Daily Nation reports my convention was illegal, Sampa. So that's in the statement he had made in court, pretty much asking the court to nullify the whole process and everyone that was elected during the convention that he had organized at Lungu Conference Center. So we wait and see how the judges rule on that. And then there was another conversation. People were saying to say, if someone admits to doing something illegal, don't they face any penalties? And then within the comment section here, you could see people arguing to say, no, the fact that the people that can sue Sampa in that regard, it's still the PF. So the PF that is led by now Given Winda as acting vice president after Edgar Lungu died. They have to sue Sampa, and they show no signs of doing any lawsuit of that nature. So probably that's why he was very comfortable to admit to say he did an illegality, and they'll just say no. It was an internal matter. But anyway, let's wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, so Sampa admitted to say the convention that elected him was illegal, pretty much asking the court to nullify it, simply trying to get rid of Chabinga. If you know, Chabinga was a fallback for Sampa when he did that convention. So the fact that if they nullify now Sampa's election, meaning the entire structure that was elected that day falls back. And that seems like that's the strategy. What is in South Africa, there's a new twist. The Edgar Lungu family has hired a new lawyer, and he's got aura, like he's got presence, energy in court. It seems like he's a big shot in South Africa, because the earlier lawyer that they had underperformed and did just some nonsense in that court, honestly, if you have to say it. Even lay people that don't follow the law could tell where the judgment was going to go, because his arguments were simply in agreement to what the Zambian government was putting out. So people are wondering to say, is he on the Lungu family side or on government side? So as of that loss that the Lungu family incurred last Friday, they've decided to hire a new lawyer. And this one is like, from the comments and people commenting on it, seems like it's a big shot in South Africa with regard to human rights. The man that you see in center there with some short dreadlocks there, that's a new lawyer for the Lungu family. And we wait and see how it plays out. But pretty much, let me play you a video so that you listen to what happened. Seems like they had a discussion prior to court. Anyway, let me just play you the video so that you be the judge of what's about to play out as of today going forward. Today is a weekend now, so probably the next hearing will be announced. Stand by as I play you what happened in court with the new lawyers that have been hired by the Lungu family. Pretty much have got rid of the previous guys who failed them really. So stand by.
The matter of Esther Lungu and 7 others versus the government of the Republic of Zambia, case number 096565 of 2025.
May it please you, HAP, I appear for Esther Lungu and the others in the application for leave to appeal. And Mr. Kwabe is my junior.
Thank you. May you please support, I appear for the respondent in the application for leave to appeal with my learned junior.
Thank you. Right, Toby?
HAP, the parties are talking to each other about how to resolve the matter. If the discussion succeeds, the court will be informed, but we need more time than today. And we have agreed with my learned friend to ask the court for an indulgence to stand down the leave to appeal to Monday the 18th at 10 o'clock.
Complete agreement with that request.
Okay, thank you. We had a brief discussion with counsel in chambers. There is a say that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we hope this is a real light, not the oncoming train in the tunnel. And I've discussed with my colleagues. We also agree that the matter to stand down to Monday at 10 o'clock, and we're still optimistic that the finality that would be in the interest of all the parties would be reached. Stands down to Monday, 10 o'clock.
As you please.
Thank you. Court adjourns.
All right.
So as you heard from court, that's what happened. From the new lawyer's communication in court, he simply stated to say, actually, the two parties, that is the Zambian government representatives and the Lungu family representatives, are now talking again. So he simply went in court to ask for more time, simply saying that no, instead of them to having the court hearing today as the earlier scheduled, the court grant them more time so that they can talk through the weekend. And if they fail to reach an agreement by Monday, then they can have the court session. But from the look of things, it seems like the government and the Lungu family are back at the talking table. And it's an issue of agreeing on the nitty-gritties. But really, this thing is pretty straightforward if we're looking at it here. There are two major things that they're disputing. The fact is that the Lungu family has not disagreed with the repatriation. They simply do not want the sitting president, President Hakainde Hichilema, to be anywhere near this funeral. That's where the issue is. Everything else is neither here or there. And the Zambian government is also arguing to say, on what grounds are they arguing to say the sitting president of Zambia, President Hakainde Hichilema, should not attend a funeral, a state funeral for that matter? And if they say they don't want his body, they don't want the president to be near Edgar Lungu's body, what are their facts? Where is that assumption coming from? On what legal ground are they standing? Is it just the rumors that the sister spread in court earlier on? If you heard the verdict when she issued those insults at the Attorney General after the government won that case. So that's where the issue is. So in as much as the new lawyer is pretty confident to say they are discussing, if the government of Zambia does not agree to what the Lungu family is demanding, and neither does the Lungu family adjust to accommodate government, this thing is going back in circles. They'll be in court and we will hear the verdict. But they seem to be making progress. Let's wait and see how it plays out. But really, that's where the issue is. The Lungu family don't want President Hakainde Hichilema near this. And the Zambian government is arguing otherwise. On what grounds? So if they talk from today until Monday, if they come to an agreement, probably on Saturday or something, you might see them coming back to Zambia. Or the Monday itself, because they have to go and present it in court to say they've come to an agreement and the body of the late president will be repatriated. Pretty much that's where the issue is. So if that elephant in the room is not addressed, they are simply going back in circles. But at least they seem to have invested in a good lawyer this time around, because you could see like the way he was talking in court, and pretty much the all around it, pretty much this new movement to Monday is the one who orchestrated it. You could see they had a discussion prior to even the court session. I mean, the judges admitted to say he talked to both parties, that is the lawyers from the Zambian government and him, the new lawyer for the Lungu family, prior to coming to court. And he's hoping to say the new discussions, I hope it's light at the end of the tunnel, real light, and not a oncoming train. Obviously, that's a metaphor used by the judge there. Let's wait and see how these talks play out. If it works for the good, we'll get some good news by tomorrow or Sunday itself. And then Monday will just be a day of announcing, and probably they'll be traveling on Monday itself or Tuesday. But as things stand, if they don't address that, they're simply going back in circles. So Lungu family case postponed. That is the manner I'm reporting the same news. Here, settlement talks are underway, so pretty much they are back at the talking table. And if you look at it, the Zambian government is on the lead here because they won this case. It's just really it's a review of the verdict that was given. So if the Lungu family stands strong, or they're not willing to make adjustments on their viewpoints or where they stand, then the Zambian government will just say, okay, let's wait. Let's go back to court on Monday and let's see how it plays out. But otherwise, if both parties are able to make adjustments, and it should be a win-win and lose-lose kind of discussion. The Lungu family should be able to concede certain things, and the government should be able to concede certain things. And otherwise, it will be just going back in circles. Let's wait and see how that plays out. But he seems to know what he's doing, the new lawyer. Let's wait and see how that plays out. Obviously, Tayari weighed in. They say, and then he tags the president of some of the late presidents of Zambia, and he says, but Lungu Bafitala, even in his death, his friends are lying in peace, but for him, he's hiding in South Africa, looking for a return match with Hakainde Hichilema, instead of just being dead and lay in peace at Embassy Park like his friends. So he simply put up that post to say, Lungu is still fighting President Hakainde Hichilema even from his grave, instead of just laying in peace at Embassy Park like the other heads of state that you see on that screen. He's still fighting in South Africa. That's Shifete Ali's viewpoint there. But if you remember another issue, moving on, to do with Why Me, there's this kid that used to issue a lot of insults on TikTok towards President Hakainde Hichilema and mostly the UPND government, and pretty much everyone, all the UPND supporters. So for a while, he was in Zimbabwe, and there was some news to say the Zambian government had arrested him and taken hold of him. And he has not been seen from the time that announcement was made. Obviously, Emmanuel Mwamba was one of the people that simply made allegations to say there was a possibility that Waimi was killed or something like that. And the Zambian government simply stated to say he's alive and well, and simply communicating with cooperating with the Zambian government and the authorities. But since then, he hasn't been seen anywhere. So there were demands to say, show us his body and whatever. But today he was in court and he looks very fat. He seems to be eating very well in prison or wherever he is. So he was in court today, looking very healthy, if you must admit. So now people are asking Emmanuel Mwamba to say, the propaganda that you are pushing to say, no, Zambian government had killed Waimi, how come he's appeared in court today and he's looking very healthy? Then where do you stand? Because you cannot push an agenda of something, and then when it plays out, you try to downplay it. You put up that caption and share the video because it's been trending for a while. People were wondering about his health. They were even involving human rights advocates, and the Zambian government was simply saying he's well and he's cooperating, and in due time, he's going to appear before court. And he appeared today and looking very healthy and fat. Let me show you the video of Why Me appearing in court today. And people are just saying now PF was pushing an agenda here, which seems to have backfired. Stand by, let me play you Why Me as he was leaving court earlier on. In a hoodie, he was obviously trying to hide his face, but you'll be able to see a number of pictures I've circulated since then. Stand by. So that's him, now the pictures that were taken in him, ask me to say, hey, your narrative hasn't played out in your favor because the guy you are alleging to have died is very healthy, and you say you publicize verified information, but how come this information is contrary to what you had circulated? So Emmanuel Mwamba hasn't defended himself with regard to that. What is the mass newspaper reports to say Bali, that's President Hakainde Hichilema, failed to fix it, but he wants people to be clapping, says Kateka. That's the Heritage Party president, simply saying the President Hakainde Hichilema has failed to fulfill his promises, but he expects applause from the public. And Kambwili may suffer a stroke, wife. So as you may be aware, Chimba Kambwili is in prison serving, is it 6 months or 5 months imprisonment with hard labor for tribal settlements he had issued during the 2021 campaign. But since then, there have been information that's been circulating to say his health is deteriorating, and so his wife was reported in a daily revelation saying he may suffer a stroke or something. Pretty much his health is not in a good place. His BP is at 200. It's just too high. So that's the situation going on with Kambwili in prison. And his daughter had also put up a post on TikTok, on Twitter, which is now known as X, where she was saying her father had helped a number of people, but most of them have distanced themselves from him. They're not even helping. They don't even visit him in prison. Pretty much she was ranting about that. She was saying like, how people have forgotten him and not advocating for his case. But most of the PEF have been advocating for Chibagambu's situation. And let's see how that plays out. What is small-scale miners contribute 9% to copper output surge. That's those Jerabos. Those are the numbers that are contributing to the output. And yeah, so we wait and see how Edgar Lungu's situation plays out on Monday. They've got a new lawyer and who seems to be standing on solid ground and is a highly respected lawyer in South Africa from the comments that I'm seeing around, even the posts, even the South African media, they were reporting. It seems like he's a high grade. They're spending top dollar on him, definitely. That's if he's not doing it for pro bono. I highly doubt he will do that. And he's come with a new formula. Let them renegotiate. But if the Zambian government is not willing to have the new terms set by the Lungu family, whether to have President Hakainde Hichilema president or not, then they will sit it out and wait till Monday for a new verdict to come through. Or if the court is going to uphold the verdict where the Zambian government won. And yeah, so if they won, I'm pretty sure the body will come back on Monday itself. The government will not wait this time around. I'm pretty sure a jet will be on standby. If they win the case on Monday, I'm pretty sure the body will be in Zambia the same day. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wait and see how it plays out.